I'm going to take you through our application that's called JC Class, which is mostly used in the classroom setup, and it brings connectivity between the students and the teacher. So the first thing that you need to do is open the application itself. And you can log in onto the classroom. So for different classroom setup, you have different classes that you have, so you name them accordingly. Okay, once you're logged onto it, the teacher can also log onto a tablet that they can use to control the whatever that is happening on the screen onto their tablet. So the first thing that they need to do is open the application on the tablet and then scan the code. So now it will mirror what is on the display onto the tablet, and the teacher can also manipulate whatever information that they want the students to see from the click of the tablet. For example, they can open an interactive board and they can delegate to any student to come to the board and demonstrate to the other students what they want to demonstrate. Or you can, for example, open files and the teacher can control the file from their laptop or from their tablet, and they can highlight or move through the discussions they're discussing with the students to show them what is going on onto the screen. Okay, so another function that they can do, they can use a pen. There's a pen function. So if they write on the tablet, it will also write onto the display, or this can be used to showcase or highlight or pinpoint whatever information that they want the students to take note of. Then from this, I can then go by to explain what is going on at the bottom of the menu on the display. The same options that I explained from the tablet are also the same options that you will find on the tablet, on the display. So in the event that you do not have a tablet and you're standing in front of the students, you can just do the same, use the software and interact with the students. The first option would be like the pen. As I said, you can manipulate and draw anything that you want onto the display. This can be used to highlight whatever information that you'd be presenting onto the students, and you can save whatever file it is and send to the students from the application. So we then go on to the test. On test, the teacher can upload their document that they want to ask to the students, upload on it, different formats. And on the right side, they can select the type of questions that they'll be asking to the student. It can be a multiple choice question or a true and false question. And also they can determine the number of questions that will be present in whatever test it is. And at the bottom, they can select like the number of answers the students can have, the options that they can have. And the teacher can set up a timer. And if they click on start, all the students that are there onto in the class, it will show them on the right side, like how many students are present, how many they are not, and the timer will be going on. And if the test is done, for example, if question 1, the answer was A, it will showcase now that answer A was this. This was the correct answer. This was not answered. How many students answered the questions, and so on. Then comes the option for Snatch. So with Snatch, if the teacher clicks on it, on the different iPads or the different students that are connected onto the classroom, they'll have an option to select to press an answer. So for example, if the teacher asks a question into the class and he doesn't want them to raise their hands. They just need to press on the iPad, for example. So it will record that Nikki has answered, has pressed to answer the question. So that student will be able to answer the question. And this gives them, like the student, like a pointing system to grade the system from 1 to 6 or from 1 star to 5 star. Then comes to this option. So for this option, it will show you all the students that are within the class. Okay, so this is the number of students that are within the class, and you can add up to as many as 60 students into one classroom. And from this option, at the bottom, there are different options which are there. So for example, if I click on Nikki, it means that they're able to broadcast their screen. So whatever that they're doing from the screen, from their screen, will be able to be shown onto the main screen. To go back, you just need to click there, and to cancel the presentation. So it will cancel the presentation from the pad. Then there are also different options at the bottom. This is a teacher option where they can randomly select students which are in the class to participate within the class. And the teacher is able also to send files from their like, for example, display to the different students within the class. So they just need to add and select a file that they can send. Then they click on send. It will go to the different students that are selected within that class. And the teacher can select to lock all devices or to lock particular devices so that they do not participate. So let's say if they are being naughty and the teacher doesn't want them to participate in the class, they can stop this from happening. And also there's an option, if you have many students and you want them to participate in groups, you can add them into groups. For example, you can add 2 groups. And from the 2 groups, it will randomly put them into groups, and you can select whether to move one student to the other group or the other way around. This function, if you click on quiz, on the student's iPad, it will tend to what's going on the screen right now. Then on the teacher's iPad, they can just select, for example, questions that they want the students to participate in. So the students are able to write on their iPads what they are doing, like with pertaining the questions. So you can then go by, for example, as you can see, this is what's going on. Then you go and review, and so it will show all the students who are present at the current moment, and it will show like what answers that they would have wrote, and you can then give them, like, score them according to points. Like, okay, for example, if this is Nikki, then you score them according to 5 grade, or that other student. You do the same for every student, and at the end of the time you can see the score. So it will grade according to who did best according to that during that quiz that you'll be doing. So we can just exit and close the quiz. So this is the part about the quiz. Then we go on to more. So there are different options which are there on this option. So the first option is the e-board, which is the board, the whiteboard, which is you can practically write a lot of, like, depending on what's going on, and you can also erase the whole page. And if you go on to menu, there are options which are there to either save the document, to export it, or to exit from the file. Or if you come at the bottom of the side, there are options to add more pages, and you can then navigate between the pages that you'd have created. So you can just go back to menu to exit, And there are other options which are there to magnify, which is like, during a presentation that you'll be doing, you can magnify a certain position on the screen that you want the students to focus on, rather than focusing on the whole presentation that you'd have on board. And focus, if you have a treat for the students and you want to reward them, so you can hide everything, then you play a guessing game, like what's behind, guess what's behind there, then the students answer. Then if it's correct, then you'll be like, yes, it's the world. Then that's how it is. Then there's also a timer. Like you can also record the classroom presentation that you'll be doing. So whatever that you'll be doing will be recorded and it will be saved on the device that you'll be using. If you go on to settings, like if you have many students that you have in the classroom, they can just scan, open from the application on their tablet and scan to add on to the classroom. So now you have a total number of students, like as each student is recording, like, or clicking on board, the number will increase accordingly. And on the student side of the tablet, they are able to have files, like the files that were shared within the classroom. They can just click on files and they're able to see the information of what was shared during the classroom, and they can open it at their own time to do like revision or whatever that was going on.